Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as promised, there's a part 3 on how to look 20 years younger. But before that, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing this eye shield. Well, you have to watch my next episode because I'll be discussing the next new normal of fashion. Today, I'm going to talk about how your finances can actually affect your stress level, thereby affecting the way you look. I mean, how old you would look. Yes, a lot of this boils down to financial issues or financial problems. So, if you're interested to look 20 years younger because you have lesser stress from your finances, stick around and watch. Why people are stressed with their finances. And the first one is usually loans, okay? If you're the type of person who is cashless all the time, meaning you only either bring your debit cards or credit cards, I suggest that you leave behind your credit cards and just bring your debit card or just pay in cash. That way, you won't get tempted to buy things that you don't really need. And a lot of people get so high stress levels because of their debts. Yes, debts can really pull the plug of your happiness and sense of complacency. So you have to really think of ways on how to cut short or address your debts. My number two is fixed overhead expenses. Yes, let's sound business-like. Well, if you know me personally, you would know that for 12 years, I have not installed internet in my home. Yes, that is correct. I've only been living on mobile internet for the past 12 going 13 years. Why? Because my partner Jojo and I believe that a very high fixed cost overhead expenses can actually hurt your budgets altogether. So if you can lessen the amount of your monthly expenses, then that's the time you can live a lesser stress life or stress-free life. It's not that Jojo and I can't afford internet. It's not that we can't afford those fixed overhead. We can. But we opted not to simply because we want to live freely. Because let's admit it, at the end of every month, a lot of our income just goes to our bills, right? So, in retrospect, if we lessen those things that we have to pay on a monthly basis, then our income, instead of from here goes to here, it becomes from here and just stay here. Another thing, it's the reason why Jojo and I have survived in this house with our employees because we have a very, very low fixed cost compared to probably other households. And it's one of the reasons why we are able to still move forward even with 3 months of zero income, zero sales. And the third one, and probably my last, is investments. When we talk about investments, you should not just be talking about a one-way thing, like it's all investments are the same. No, there are short-term investments and there are long-term investments. So it depends on your budget. If you have a bigger budget, then you can actually afford a long-term investment. If your budget is like this big only, then I suggest you go for short-term investments. Now, what are examples of long-term investments? A long-term investment is a condo. Like you have to pay that for years and years and years. Or properties that would go hand in hand with years. If you don't have sufficient funds, then I suggest you try to delay in getting those investments because at the end of the day, what's more important is you are liquid. Short-term investments could depends, okay, qualify on the businesses that you want to enter, and it really depends on what business you want to enter because short-term investments means how fast is the ROI or return of the investment. Because if it's going to take you 5-6 years, I don't consider that as short-term investment. But to some, probably, they consider that as short-term investment. But to me, 5 years, I could have done something in those 5 years. But that's just me, of course. Anyway, those are just broad strokes on how to lessen your stress levels in terms of finances. Um, I want to discuss it more thoroughly, but I believe that it will be more thoroughly discussed if I have Jojo with me or my partner with me, because both him and I talk about money issues or money matters all the time, because I believe that in a household, both you and your partner should be open about money issues. If not, then there's already a big problem there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learned some things from this episode. If you're going to ask me who is Jean, why is she giving tips and tricks of finances, I am the co-owner and co-founder of Celebrity Nails Home Spa. We have been in the industry for 13 years and counting, and up to this day, we are still the premium and number one mobile Spa in Metro Manila, and we have just opened one branch in Cebu. So in terms of money things or money matters, I probably have a good sense of. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. Don't forget to share it too. And if you want me to discuss other things about business and about the issue of beauty, don't forget to comment below. Thank you.